Welcome back to the channel. Recently I've been going about creating space for players to have more room for their arms in the downswing a little bit differently. I've been using some new concepts. That's what I want to share with you today. So for any players looking to have more room for their arms and improve their impact, this could be a good video for you. Thank you once again for tuning in, and today yet again we're looking at creating space in the golf swing, a very common question for players to have. I had a viewer asking me recently, and I thought back through a few recent lessons and just recognized I've been going about it a little bit differently. There was a specific exercise or drill you may call it that I've been using to help players get a sense of how they could create more room. So the exercise actually, I demonstrated it not too long ago in the video about center of mass. So the 3D system I have, the Ball 3D, is now able to trace center of mass. And what we've recognized is a lot of really good ball strikers have a very consistent way in which they control their center of mass. So the pattern that's displayed on the screen when we do the 3D is very similar. So the exercise that we came up with helping players control their center of mass, I found very helpful to also help players get a sense of the way the body needs to move to create the space for their arms in the golf swing. So you could go back to the video and take a look at that as well if you wanted a little bit more detail. But for today, I just want to go over the exercise yet again. So essentially what I want you to do is set up, put the thumb of your trail hand on your back belt loop, and then I want you to put your lead hand on your shoulder. So as you guide your trail shoulder around with your lead hand, the back belt loop should move a couple of inches towards the target. And that's going to get me into this position here. So if I show you that down the line, so I'm going to guide the trail shoulder around, the belt loop's going to move towards the target. I'm feeling nicely balanced in my feet here. Not going to go into too much detail about pressure and shift and weight and everything like that. I want us to focus mostly on making a nice turn with the trail shoulder, allowing that to be guided out of the way. And then we're going to allow the belt buckle to move just a couple of inches towards the target. From face on here, my head actually stays just inside my trail foot. So in this position here, if I was to reach out and get into a nice wide position, you would see I've got a lot of space for my arms to move into. So that's why I've been finding this exercise so helpful for players to have more room for their arms in the downswing. So I'm going to go through that one more time from the down the line view. Thumb on the back belt loop, lead hand on the trail shoulder, guide the trail shoulder around, allow the belt loop to move just slightly towards the target, a couple of inches, and that's our backswing there. And then from there, what I've been having players do is, if I pick up my club, is I've just been allowing them to, from that position there, get a sense of the arms moving into the space that they now have. So I'm not putting any focus on them having to get their body to move a certain way. I would allow them there to allow the arms to move into the space just a little, and then from there I want them to create a nice impact position. So there may be some cueing around the impact. A lot of players have some misconceptions of what impact could feel like. So once again, I'm going to get a feel of the right shoulder. For me, my trail shoulder moving around, belt buckle moves towards the target, get a nice reach there through my lead arm, allow the arms to move into the space there, and then turn into an impact position. And that was the rehearsal we've been doing with them. And with a lot of players, it's actually quite challenging with them to get them to slow down and do it at a pace where the brain can actually absorb the feedback of what they're doing. So I would encourage players to always slow down, use the mirror, get as much feedback as you can, and then move to the ball. So we're at the ball now. Let's get set up good. I feel like I've just got a ton of room for my arms to move into there. And then you can really hit at whatever pace suits you.